Early morning, time to rise, no sleep. Radio's humming with the funky beat. Sun is shining, Rachel brings the heat. Wake up, CEO, we're on repeat. Chicago, Sun Up City on the go. Rachel L. Gary on the radio. Tune in quick, hear the power flow. Wake up, CEO, it's your daily show. Wake up, start the day with CEO. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. From the Windy City, bringing major vibes. Rachel on the mic, keeping lives revived.
Hey there, it's your host, Rachel L. Gary from Wake Up CEO. Join me June 15th, right here in Chicago, for my book launch immersive event. Hashtag poverty to six figures, breaking the chains to gain. Get your tickets today at sayiampossible.com. See you there.
Oh, rise and sway. Wake up, start the day with zeal. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. Wake up, start the day with zeal. Hey, Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill.
This is Dr. Carolyn Stevens, the CEO of the BHC Media Group. And when you are looking for a strategy for self-leadership, get aligned with Wake Up CEO with host Rachel L. Gary every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m.
You know what time it is? Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago, Rachel L. Gary in the building. Wake up, CEO, let's go! Wake up, go some set that tone. Wake up, every step you take, you claim that throne. Wake up, no more doubt, no time to stall. Wake up, boss up now, go get it all. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, I ain't waiting, now I go and take it. Built this from the ground, no way they break it. Consistency, my secret, watch me make it. Got that boss talk, nah I ain't faking no. Look, set the goal, now I'm grabbing the goal. And put in the work, now I'm taking control. The vision so clear, yeah I already know. Every step I take, I'm ready to blow. Wake up, set that tone. Every step you take, you claim that throne. No more doubt, no time to stall. Boss up now, go get it all. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. No handouts, yeah I made my way. Built my brand, now I paved my lane. I turn my losses into lessons. Now my grind got no recession. Yeah, they talk about chance, but I make my own. Yeah, I ain't waiting for fate, got a future to own. Yeah, every setback, just part of the game, gay game. But now I'm up and they know my name. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up. Success so sexy, put the work in flexi. Late nights, no rest, but now my vision's hefty. They doubted, they laughed, now they watch from the back. Cause I turned every dream into bricks that stack. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, go get it all. Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago. Rachel L. Gary taking you to the top. Boss up. Rachel L. Gary taking you to the top. Boss up.
Let's go, CEOs. Let's go. This is Rachel L. Gary on Wake Up CEO, where we are going to talk. I have a specific goal, and that's to speak candid truth to empower your inner CEO. That's that person that is clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction to be the CEO of your life. So you guys stay locked in as we jump into the power statement of the day. And also get ready for the Author's Corner that is powered by Distinguished Authors Guild, where your literary excellence is celebrated. And at last, that 3-point play powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-growth gets GPS. So stay locked in. We're gonna let one song play out as we get locked in. So I want you all to get in the room, get ready, because it's about that time.
Like, sometimes you just gotta stop caring about, like, what everybody else think and just live your life. Look, if you ain't failed a couple times, you ain't ready for this. I don't crumble under pressure, I go heavy with this. Driving straight to the hole, I don't need no assist. If all I got is one shot, I ain't gonna miss. I never take a hater serious, I'm petty with this. Never been the type to fall, don't shadow the fence. And yeah, I might lose it all, I get it right back quick. I'm like a walking casino, cause I'ma take that risk. I ain't scared of nothing but the old version of me. I'm fired up, boy, I love the cold version of me. I love the way I took the pain and now it's working for me. I'm coming back for everything that was taken from me. Hey, what you thought this was? I'm like the little engine that could. They love my drive, they just wanna know what's under the hood. I wish you would try to stop me, you gon' get what you deserve. I'll show you how to take it from the bottom to the first. I know they try to say you can't, but do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you thought a couple times, so that's alright. Don't care what people think, do it anyway. I know they try to say you can't, do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you thought a couple times, but that's alright. I don't care what people think, do it anyway. Remember when they said I couldn't, now they ask me how I do it. When you really know you got it, you ain't never gotta prove it. When you started from the bottom, you ain't never scared of losing. Everything all on God, that's the only way I do it. Scared of who? Who I been had the juice? With the extra side of sauce, boy, I been had ragu. Baby, I got so much flavor in the pain, it's a seasoning. Promise I'ma get it, it don't matter the season. I do it any day, every day. I'ma get it in every way. No, they try to say that I can't, but I still do it anyway. I don't care what they gonna say, I don't care what they gonna think. When you out here chasing dreams, you don't care if people sleep. Wake them up when I speak, it's just a matter of time. And everything for me is just a matter of mind. I got audacity and confidence, a deadly combination. Yeah, I hear them talking, let's call it admiration. I know they try to say you can't, but do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you failed a couple times, so that's alright. I don't care what people think, do it anyway. I know they try to say you can't, do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you failed a couple times, so that's alright. I don't care what people think, do it anyway. Yeah. Ay, do it anyway. Ay, do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. No, they try to say you can't do it anyway. Ain't got no money in the bank, do it anyway. I know you felt a couple times, and that's alright. We don't care about what they say, do it anyway. Mellow, take the wheel.
Whatever I want. Damn. It's already mine. Gratitude. Hey, I want it, I get it, I got it, I got it. I'm one with the spirit, I'm got it. I planted a seed and forgot it. I know you just see what just sprouted. Yeah, everything that I desire, get excited just cause I'm sure. Less distractions keep my mind pure. Reminder, I want it, I get it, I got it, I got it. I'm one with the spirit, I'm got it, I'm got it. I planted a seed and forgot it. I know you just see what just sprouted. Yeah, everything that I desire, get excited just cause I'm sure. Let the distractions keep my mind pure. Reminder, I'll never forget this again. Was born with a gift from within. I give me a grip on a pen and give you a hit to the chin. I turn my dream into reality so they see that it's possible. Connecting with the inner, yeah, really get the most out of it. Yeah, abundance is all that I focus on. So grateful, so much to be grateful for. I make some money, then go make some more. Create, cause that's what I'm created for. I go beyond the limits, no more boundaries. The sky is just an image, and see we control what clouds we see. I got it. I'm on with the spirit. I'm got it. I'm got it. I planted a seed and forgot it. I know you just see what just sprouted. Everything that I desire, get excited just cause I'm sure. Let's distract, keep my mind pure. Yeah. Reminder, I want it, I get it, I got it. I'm on with the spirit. I'm got it. I planted a seed and forgot it. I know you just see what just sprouted. Everything that I desire, get excited just cause I'm sure. Let's distract, keep my mind pure. Yeah. Reminder, got it. Got it. Got it.
It's Peach. I'm here with your.
All right, CEOs, let's get to it. You know where we at. We on Wake Up CEO, support district radio of My Radio Chicago. And you already know it is more than radio. And you know what we going to do on Wake Up CEO? We're going to jump right in. Power statement of the day. My value creates value. I no longer chase money. I align with it. Attract it and multiply it through clarity and purpose. So that's the power statement of the day. And if you guys did not look before you jumped into the Wake Up CEO, today we're going to be talking about how to find that money. We're going to be looking around for that money. And once we find it, we're going to multiply it. So let's get to it. And you know, the first part of the show is always about being clear in who you are and where you're trying to go. So when we're looking for money, are we looking under the pillow? Are we looking under the rock? Are we looking in our pockets? Where are we looking for it? I'm going to tell you where you got to start. You got to first check the mirror. That's the money. That's where the money is. Your spending, saving, and earning patterns are reflected in how you feel about your worth. I want y'all to take that in, CEOs. If you checking for the money and the money is reflective of what you do with your money, how you spend your money, how you're looking at money, is really all derives from what you're thinking about you. I know that's a blow. And if you knew to Wake Up CEO, when I pause, I'm pausing so you can have the opportunity to take some breaths, take some thoughts, and make sure that you get clear with what you're looking for. What are you looking for and how are you going to go get it? So when we're looking for money, we got to first say money is not the problem. It's not. As someone who has grown accustomed to having money, and the reason why I say I've grown accustomed, that means that I'm never chasing the dollar. I'm not looking for the money. My talents, my activities, my actions align with money. Take a second and think about that, guys. Are the actions, activities, and things you're doing aligned with what you're looking for? So guys, I'm just reminding you as a CEO how to be clear. I have not chased money. I can't even remember the last time I was chasing a dollar. And that's how I feel when we're jumping from one task to another task to one business from another business. That's us chasing it. We heard that this is the new thing that's going to make us rich. We heard that crypto was going to make us wealthy. We heard it was going to make us some money, because we're not focused on what's going to make us wealthy. We're focused on what's going to make us some money. $5 thoughts, guys. If you're new to Wake Up CEO, $5 thoughts means that when you get $5, you're happy that you got it when you didn't have it before. That can be representative of $5,000, $500 or more. Money isn't the issue. It's how we think of it, how we collect it, what we're doing with it, and are we utilizing it to make babies? Because that's what money need to be doing. Money need to be sitting around trying to figure out how to make more babies. If my money is sitting in a checking account, there are not many interest-bearing checking accounts. So that means that money's not making me no babies. So if you look at my checking account balance, it might have $300 in it at a time. I rarely even utilize my debit card for purchases, because I usually don't have nothing in the checking account, because money in my checking account ain't making money. So we have to start identifying those things of where to look for money. So if I'm looking, I'm trying to find it. That means I'm looking for it. I'm chasing it. It's elusive. I don't know where it's at. I don't know how to go get it. And when we are chasing it like that, that's insecurities, and it creates a cycle of saying it's not enough money. When you're chasing, that means that you're normally worried about someone else is going to get to it before you. And I'm not worried about nobody getting to any money. I want you to have money. I want you to have money. I want you to have money. Because if you have money, then that possibly will allow you to start building wealth. But I want to be transparent, guys. Wealth building is not in the dollars that you spend. It's where you spend those dollars. If you're buying things that don't appreciate, or if you're buying things that do not add value or add more money to your bank account, then that means that you're utilizing money not as a tool, you're utilizing it as an expense. I'm gonna break this down real quick. When you're looking at net worth, you have two columns. You have your expenses and you have the money that comes in. Your net worth is determined by how much money you have, by how much money you owe. One more time. How much money you have and how much money you owe. So if you got $100, but you owe somebody $10,000. That's a credit card. You have a credit card balance of $9,999, and you got $100. Your net worth at that time is negative $9,899. So you're at a negative the second you start spending more than you have. Man, I mean, guys, I get it. I'm with you. I'm understanding. I hear that the credit card companies out there, they give you the credit card. You utilize the credit card for things that you want. You're going to pay that balance off later. But with that balance is interest, but you don't have any money. I mean, you have your check coming in. You're utilizing your check. You're trying to split your check down. You're trying to take your check and divide it amongst the liabilities that you have, because that's rent, mortgage, bills, credit card debt, personal loans, all of those are liabilities. So if you bring in $5,000 and your liabilities are $2,000, you have a net worth of $3,000. So at least you're on the positive. However, how do you build that? So that's what we're getting clear. So we're talking about so it goes to distractions versus attraction. We don't attract wealth while we're busy running from our responsibilities or numbing those responsibilities with purchases. So if you're purchasing things and that is how we're making money, we're utilizing our time, and that's how everything is going, then at the end of the day, you're not building any net worth. So that's how wealth is built. Wealth is built in those details, in that information, in that knowledge, and having an understanding about you. Not finances, about you. Because when you're having those conversations and you're clear, when you're clear, you're like, okay, I got the information I need. I'm ready to go. All that good stuff. You're ready at that point. But the only way to be ready and utilizing that money accordingly is to don't be distracted by your responsibilities. So let me align this for you. Let me just remind you of what I'm speaking on. If you are looking to build and have more money and stop chasing the money and looking for the money, you will start having the opportunity to start taking in information that allows your money to grow. And not just 401ks and IRAs and insurance products that are not explained to you correctly. Because, I hear every other day there's a new play out there. Did you know about insurance? Did you know about insurance? That's the last thing I heard recently. Did you know that you could borrow from your insurance policy? Yeah. You can borrow what you put in. And upon our death, they minus what you took out, and that's what your family actually gets. So that sounds like you borrowing from you, doesn't it? Hey, I'm just making it simple. I told you guys, anything on Wake Up CEO I'm gonna talk to you about is simple. We're gonna talk about simple things that are simple. I didn't say they will be easy, but they'll be simple. Some things they're only more difficult because you have to it takes a little bit more discipline for them. So when you have to take a little more discipline for those things, then it takes a little bit longer. And then it's still simple steps, simple information. You just have to become more disciplined. And that's the part that might be a little more difficult, because it's easy to have instant gratification. It's easy to spend the money you got when you get it. That's simple. The hard part is to utilize that money in a way that makes more money, because it takes insight. It takes getting credible information. It takes research. It's the one thing I said is there's many things I learned in school, but the main thing I learned in school was this. That research, I learned to research. I learned how to research. This is well before the internet was around and you had everything at a drop of a dime. You're able to get the information, but you can also be given misinformation at the same time. However, if you're not looking for the information that is going to pull that wealth into you, it becomes a little more difficult. So, but when you're avoiding any issues if you're avoiding things with your bank account, if you're avoiding the debt collectors, if you're avoiding understanding how your money works, it repels money. So can you imagine all of the energy you use to hang up the phone on the debt collector, not take care of the bills, all of that is repelling money from you. Money is not coming your way because you're constantly rejecting, acknowledging a bill collector, or things in general. Avoidance is a detractor. It doesn't attract what you want. So not looking at your bank statement will not make it grow. So if your account is at a negative, then it's not going to change because you didn't look at it. How does it change? So let's get to the question today. If you guys are in the chat, if you guys are listening to me live, I want you guys to think of the question of the day. And the question of the day is, if you had to create $1,000 this week, what skill would you use? Take a second. If you had to create $1,000 this week, what skill do you have that you would use to create that $1,000? If you're watching live, whether that's YouTube or Facebook, drop that in the chat. And if you're listening, think about it. What's that one skill? And so as we're talking about how not to avoid money, clarity requires courage. Face the numbers to shift the outcome. The only way you can make a shift is by making a change. So we're going to jump in the chat. We got Sharice Sloan who's checking in, saying, hello, CEOs. Check Sharice out. She is the CEO of Highly Productive Chicago. She has an event coming up. You can go to my Facebook and you'll see the link to that event. We have Bruce says, hustle ain't dead. It just wears better than shoes now. Love that statement. So we have another comment saying, create 10 websites at a flat rate of $99. That's the skill you'll use. So that's what you would do with the skill. But what is the skill you have that will create you the $1,000? Drop that in. So what's that skill? Because that's what is how you're going to make the change. That's how you're going to make the shift. What's the skill level? Because when you start realizing the skill you have, I tell every single mentee, I remind every mentee of the same thing. What skill do you have that is unique to you, that you love doing? What's that skill? What's that skill that you will fall asleep doing? What's that skill that someone's going to come talk to you about doing? Because when you are in your element, it becomes easy and people are willing to pay you for it. I love what I'm doing right now. I love having conversations with CEOs, reminding you of who you are and who you want to be so you can have the life you dream. And a dream becomes a reality with action. So no matter how many times you're dreaming it, the only way that dream becomes reality is the second you put an action plan behind it and start moving forward in action. So in the chat, we got marketing and designing is my skill. We got Sharice Sloan checking in. Helping others is her skill. So, Sharice, if you could be a little more specific, helping others do what? And the only reason I'm asking for specificity is because that helps you grow. the more specific you are about the skill you have, you'll find the necessary tools to grow that skill, monetize that skill, and be great at it. Because when you're helping other people in whatever the skill is that you have, it becomes naturally to you, which means you do it well. And then other people see how well you do it and how well you can help them with a challenge that they're having. Like I'll use this morning at 12:30 a.m. I tell you guys, I was up working on my plan for the event. Yes, I was. I was up early. Still, I had not went to sleep yet, and I was working on my event. What event, you might ask? We're gonna let the commercial. From the author of Forged in Fire, From Ashes to Empowerment, Rachel L. Gary presents part 2 of the epic collection, Hashtag Poverty to Six Figures. Join us for the release party in Chicago on June 15th. Enjoy a signed copy, champagne toast, live entertainment, and much more. Don't miss this celebration of transformation. Get your tickets today at SayI'mPossible.com. That is SayI'mPossible.com. See you there. Are you ready? So that event is my circle of genius. So when I'm having those conversations or those thought processes about my circle of genius, that's my circle of genius. Having conversations about how to build wealth, how to build the person that is necessary to be able to establish that wealth, grow that wealth, and have the life that they want to, and do and have the life that they desire. That's my specialty. I do it so well. I got 2 of my mentees on the line, and 2 of my mentees will explain how right now their businesses are shifting because of those conversations. That's what I do well. So I stick in my circle of genius. So that's why I was talking about this morning at 12:30. I'm here. I'm trying to piece together the strategies and making sure that all of the strategies are there. So when people come in that room June 15th, they got an action plan that they can utilize and go away and make their life different. When people come in that room, I want you to feel transformed. I want you to feel that you got the information when you walked away from that event that is going to make a change in your life for the good. So I was putting together the action plan, and I looked at the action plan a couple times. So then I was trying to design the action plan. Now that's not my circle of genius. I spent 45 minutes on an action plan. On the creation, trying to do the graphics, when I have a graphic designer that does it well. He's just not up at 12 o'clock in the morning messing around with me. I wanted it done. I said, okay, I want to check this off my list. My event is in 4 days. I want to have everything ready. I don't wait till the last minute, guys. It's just not my way. On Saturday, I'll just be relaxing my mind, preparing myself to deliver a awesome message. So we got some people in chat. They chiming in the chat. We got Mrs. Gary. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? She says, hello, CEOs. We got BB. You guys check out BB on Saturdays right here on my radio, Chicago, Convos in Chicago, from 2 to 5 p.m. BB, Trinette, and Ovita, I'm telling you, I was on the show last Saturday, and it was electric in here. The microphones were lifted off of the bass. It was so electric in here. And we have wealth isn't about showing off. It's about showing up for the future. In the chat, BB says she has consulting, graphic design, and commercials. That is her skill. BB, break down a little bit more. What exactly is that skill you have? Not the actual thing you do. What's that skill you have that you feel so good doing? And we had you've read stories. Now it's time. So, hey guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be a magnetic. And it's more than radio. This is more than radio. This is support district radio. I want you guys, when you taking us on the go, because I know that people jump into the chat and then they have to go ahead and do something else because you're watching me live on Facebook or YouTube, but you got other things to do. Don't worry. You can take me with you. Go to www.supportdistrictradio.com/stations/Chicago, and then you can take me on the go. And other personalities that are right here on my radio Chicago. We all dropping information, gems, tips, events, and information about things that are going on in the Chicagoland area and beyond. So just be prepared and just take us where you're going. It don't make sense to leave us at home. You might as well take us with you. So BB says, just popping in to say hi. Keep up the great work, Rachel. I appreciate you, BB. And then we have we were talking about highly productive on highly productive has an event. We Smokechella on August 16th. You can go to highlyproductivechicago.com. That is highlyproductivechicago.com. And then you can check in if you want to see that, go to that event. August 16th. I hear it's going to be man, the roster, I'm going to tell you, it was nice. We had Treble was on there. I mean, we got Smooch Wallace who's going to be hosting, and you got Nanette that's going to be hosting. Hey guys, I know it's going to be a good time. I'm going to definitely have to drop in, because if I don't get to one of these events, my mentee going to put me on the news, mentee as well as friend, and the news is not my place. Then we got Ovita checking in. Happy hump day, everybody. Guys, at the end of the day, the only way for you to find success is to understand who you are. So as you guys jump into the chat, please answer the question of the day. If you had to create $1,000 this week, what skill would you use? So we got to break that down. What skill will you use? So we were going over the clarity piece of how to find the money. Because when you're clear that money you're not chasing money. You're utilizing that one skill that you do better than anybody else. And when you utilize that skill, money is attracted to that success. So Ovita, she drops down. I'm so excited about Sunday, praying that you have a successful event. If there's one person in the room, Ovita, it's going to be a magnificent day. Because that's what it's about at the end. And BB says her skills is her computer skills. We're going to have to jump in and have that conversation with BB on what skills she got. So we can, because if each one of us has that unique skill that the other person doesn't like to do. So I'm going to explain to you why you knowing your skill is important. Because if you have a skill that you love to do. I love to create systems as well. It's something else I love to do. I love to create systems. I love to see that there's a problem and come up with a solution quickly. Is one of my skills. So, but if I have to do all the tasks that are associated with it, I'm not so happy about it. So my skill level diminishes the second I have to do the small tasks that are involved with it. So when BB says she has computer skills, so let's say that I wanted to create something that I know that the radio station could use that allows us to have something that's effortless. I'm just saying that I want to create it. I'm okay. I know I'm going to need some computer help. I'm going to need someone who has information, who has better skill sets in computers, but I know what the overall vision looks like. So I reach out to BB. Okay, you have the computer skills. This is what you love to do. This is what I need from you. I need you to take care of A, B, and C. Then we have Bruce who was on here, and he made mention that he was a graphic designer. He does marketing. Okay, so from you, I'm going to need you to do A, B, and C. Then we had Sharice who Sloan, who does promoting, and she's like, okay, I can do this, this, and this. Okay. For that part, I need you to do this, this, and this, so we can make sure this is a success and other people know about it. Now, did you notice what I'm saying? I worked in my circle of genius. I allow BB to work in her circle of genius. I allow Bruce to work in his circle of genius. I allow Sharice to work in her circle of genius. And when every single person works in their circle of genius, we have a finished product that is successful. But if I had to create the product, put the product together, set some graphics up for it, find a marketing plan, and promote the event, I'm going to be exhausted. So even though I might have the skills, I might have some information about this part, I'll be so exhausted doing all those other things, I can't get back to my circle of genius of creativity. So I was so busy chasing the outcome. Because once the idea comes to fruition, then there's money on the other end. I was so busy chasing the outcome, I spent 5 to 10 months preparing for the outcome. Not 5 or 10 months brainstorming of success things. I was putting in the work. I'm up till midnight doing this. I'm up till 2 a.m. doing this part. I'm sitting here typing up and putting all my information online, going on Facebook, going on Instagram, going on TikTok. I'm doing all of that work. So the circle of genius of what I really have to offer is being diminished. That's chasing the dollar. That's when you're chasing it. When you're trying to find every way possible to get the dollar, as opposed to utilizing the one thing that you do really well to attract the dollar. Think about it. I want y'all to hold on that a second. So while you guys are thinking about that, I want us to reflect. So we're going to play Reflection by Erica Mason.
Shout out to everyone who turned their back on me. You taught me how to love myself at my lowest when I was lonely. And I ain't even mad, cause there's beauty in rejection. People always circle back when you come to the acceptance that you don't need them. People say you change when you get a taste of freedom. And I done got so focused, it's like I don't even see them. Finally shows myself, it's like I don't even need them. I don't even need them, no. The biggest lesson learned, protect my energy. They mad I built the table and that God is still the centerpiece. So much on my plate, I ain't letting everybody eat. Most of them my haters, God chose to sit and watch me feast. See, it's funny how the tables turn from people pleasing to watching all of these bridges burn. I let the tears just water all of my lessons learned and never let the way somebody treat me determine my worth. Never. See, pain is temporary. Some people only show you love in your obituary. Some people only show support when it's beneficial. But I've been moving in this place like it's residential. So you don't need validation when you choose yourself. You can't build with everybody, learn to choose your help. People underestimate what they don't understand. The same people who rejected me becoming a fan. But can you blame them? I've been speaking truth that'll change them. Words carry way better, save them. Words carry way better. See, I don't even trip about it. I'm learning to love people with an open hand. Yeah, they always come and go and circle back again. Never blame yourself for someone else. And if they never choose you, then learn to choose yourself again. Don't blame them. I've been speaking truth that'll change them. Words carry way better, save them. Words carry way better.
So welcome back to Wake Up CEO. I'm your host, Rachel L. Gary. And just as she was saying, Erica Mason, man, what I like about reflection, because it's really just reflecting on the things that happened in the past and how you grow from them. And that's what we all need to, we all need to take that opportunity to grow from the things, learn and develop, and to be the CEO of your life. The only way to do that is to set yourself up for success. So we got Black Diamond who checking in. Thank you, Black Diamond. That if you guys hear me utilize the word intentional leadership coach, that intentional was blessed to me from Black Diamond, from author Black Diamond. So you guys check out, she has amazing books. Right now I am part of a panel where we're going through things. Please drop in the chat, Black Diamond, the name of your book and where they can find it. Because at the end of the day, that's how you support. You show up. So I appreciate her showing up today and having to chime in on Wake Up CEO, because we got to get locked in to growth. So we got through being clear. We're clear that we're not chasing money. We're going to work in our circle of genius. And as we work in our circle of genius, money is attracted to us. Chasing money, identify when you are not identifying the fact that you have, if there are issues with your finances, you have to identify that you have issues and face those issues. The only way to be clear is to understand what you're looking at, understand what you need to do, and start putting together a plan to do it. And when you're empowered to do so, that's what we're talking about. We need to audit our language. The I'm broke, I can't afford, that's too much. That creates a blueprint of lack. So we need to shift the verbiage that we say to ourselves. Because think about this. When you say I'm broke, your brain is only doing what you're instructing it. You're saying you're broke. Your brain is bringing to fruition that you won't have any money. When you say I can't afford, that's you telling yourself that you don't have enough to do the things that you want to do. That gives yourself the instructions all over again that you don't need more. I know it sounds counterproductive, but your brain is not discerning that that's not what you want. If you're talking about not having, that is what your brain is going to constantly give you. You get what you talk about. You get what you think about. Take a second, guys. Take a second. So if this is your first time watching Wake Up CEO, remember the pause is for you to take a moment and think, am I the one who is keeping myself with a low amount of blessings? So we need to change how we talk to ourselves. So how can I have what I want? That's utilizing your skills. So the question of the day is, if you had to create $1,000 this week, what skill would you use? BB, she put it so nicely. Our thoughts are things. They are. They're living within our brain. If we're telling ourselves on an everyday basis that we don't have, I can't do. This is the reason why. I had a conversation with one of my mentees yesterday where I said, there's two things that need to change in your life. Stop giving excuses and start being more disciplined. Because I was reminding them of the life that they were looking to lead and the two things that were keeping them from getting there. Excuses and their discipline. If you say you want to make $1,000 this week and you can't find the skill that you have, I want to say this, guys, you have to take an opportunity to have some time to give yourself to think about what is the thing that you do really well. What is it that you do so well that someone will pay you to do? Now, there's some people who have skills that'll pay them $1,000 at one time. And there's some people that have skills that will pay them $500 at one time. And some people have skills that will only pay $100. it's okay if that is a skill set that you have at this point. But as you build that skill, you can build that skill from $100 to $500 to $1,000. So that means that as opposed to you changing time for money, you have to catch this, guys. As opposed to you changing time for money, you do the thing that's in your circle of genius so well, so quick, that the same $1,000 that you would have taken you a week to make now takes you a day. So I'm gonna pick one of the things that were in the chat. So in the chat, someone said marketing. There are marketers that make $100,000 a week. There are marketers out there that make $1 million a month. Listen, come on. I want you guys to follow me. So as a marketer, and there are different avenues of marketing. There are different avenues. If your skill is marketing, are you honing that skill, or are you watering that skill down with doing other things while you're chasing the money, instead of honing the skill that you do really well to make it where the skill that you might be being paid right now $100 for can become a skill that you start getting paid $1,000 for, $5,000 for, $10,000 for. Each of those levels are a mindset away. I know. I'll say, for instance, now when I started my career, I was making $7 an hour. I was unloading trucks by hand. Now, when I decided to unload the trucks by hand, I took the job because I needed a job and I wanted to get my kids off of my sister-in-law's couch. So I took the job. I was unloading trucks. I was having a good time. I was unloading trucks. I'm having fun. I'm playing with the trucks. So I started watching. I was watching people around me, and we were all unloading trucks. And I was like, man. So I'm looking at the house bill on his sheet. Okay, it's the same house bill as mine. Go to the guy next to the other side of me. His house bill the same as mine. I go to them and I ask them a question. I say, hey guys, we're all unloading the same master bill. If you have a box that goes with this number on your truck, instead of walking way down there, walking way back to your truck, you just set it on this truck and then you go to my truck. If I have a box that goes on your skid, I take it on your end. I unload a box from your truck. Wherever we are, we unload a box from that truck, as opposed to this. So I laid a little plan out on the back of a label. Because when we were unloading the trucks, we had to put labels on them. So I wrote it on the back of the label and told them what skids I had. I looked at what skids they had, and we came up with a system. It took us about 3 or 4 days for us all to be on the same accord, the same page, and understand what we were doing. We were doing this for months. So for months, our trucks were being turned over 4 times faster than everyone else's. So I went to lunch. I was on lunch and break, and a manager comes down. The manager comes down, asked them the question, and they thought we were in trouble. So they told the manager I did it. I'm the one who came up with the plan. They showed the manager the piece of paper I had given them. Every day I gave them a piece of paper. They trusted me because I was there helping. It wasn't like I was telling them something and I walked away. So they told the other manager that I was helping. So 2 weeks later, guys, what y'all think happened? I got promoted. So I'm promoted 2 weeks later. I have been looking at some other systems. Remember, I told y'all my circle of genius is looking at a problem and coming up with a solution quick. So I saw other things and I would talk to the groups and I would like, okay, so y'all are doing this and doing this. What would be easier for you? So what I realized that even though my skill set really was me figuring out a problem, my skill set really was, guys, getting people to work together. That was really what my skill set was. So all that time, I thought that my skill set was problem solving, but my skill set was getting people to work together to solve the problem. 3 months later, I was promoted again. because the company was seeing the skill set that I didn't even know I had. I was so busy just trying to solve the problems and getting people to make their jobs easier that I wasn't noticing the skill that the skill I really had was the collaboration piece. It was looking to help individuals find success and not work back to the old adage, work smarter, not harder. So I move up in the company again. Now at this point, I'm over a couple of people, a couple of different areas, and now I'm trying to utilize the skill of problem solving, because that's the one that I think that's the skill that I'm being promoted for. So when I'm doing all of this problem solving, my numbers go down. Now I'm gonna tell you why I'm telling you the story. My numbers go down. I'm working 3 times harder. Because I stopped collaborating. I started looking for the problems. So I realized after I'm working really hard, I'm working 12, 14, 16 hours a day. I'm out there on the dock. I'm doing work. I'm doing all kinds of stuff because I stopped doing the thing that was really my skill set. So the whole point of me telling the story was so you understand that sometimes you'll be doing what you do so well that for you won't even notice that it is really your gift. It's the gift that's going to get you paid. Because while you're running around chasing the money, you're not watching how money comes your way. When people reach out to you, now use for instance, one of my good friends right now, she got a call from another state who wants to work with her. So that other state that wants to work with her, they see her circle of genius. One more time, because her circle of genius is one thing, but she's working on another. That is when your circle of genius, I want you guys to be ready to identify it. That's why we're having this conversation, because I'm trying to tell you guys where to find the money. We're looking for the money, but the only place to find the money is when you're looking at your skill set. You'll lose an opportunity. Catch this, guys. Catch this as I drop it. You will miss an opportunity in your circle of genius chasing money. It's inevitable when you're chasing because you don't have time to assess. When you're chasing money, you're not assessing what's real good, what's going real well. You have to be able to assess what you do real well. I'm gonna tell you right now. Now, the other day, I was having a conversation about Trosh. If you guys don't remember, Trosh was on my show, and we were talking about his new album, and I was having a conversation about his circle of genius and everything, and I was having a conversation with some other people that were talking. We were just having a conversation. Good conversations, good vibes, always good vibes. But when we were talking about him, we weren't talking about the thing that he might think he's really good at. We were talking about the performance and his presence. So the performance and presence is what we were all talking about, not the song. So it might be that for him, it might be the stage presence, but the content doesn't resonate the same with us. I'm not saying that, but I'm gonna be honest right now. I'm gonna play a song at the end because that song knocked me out of the way. Has become one of my anthems. I listen to it every day. Out of every song that I've heard many of his songs, but that song just resonated with me. And it's the song that has the least amount of the only thing that's in that song is Trosh. There's no girls dancing. There's no people doing anything. It's just Trosh. So So at the end of the day, you have to be able to see your strengths and grow those strengths. Because when you are working your path, working your joy, working in the manner in which you can, man, electricity happens. People are looking for you. You're not looking for them. I guarantee you that my mentee was not looking for that person from the other state to call. But those are how opportunities, when you're working in your circle of genius, will fall. Those opportunities will fall in your lap. And it's not just because. It's the excellence that people see in you when you're working in your circle of genius. Because some things you just chosen to do. So I want you guys, we're going to take an opportunity to jump into Chosen by Peachka. Check this out.
This goes crazy. It's me. Talk is cheap, how you making me feel? Use intention when I speak, cause I'm making it real. And they tryna juice the peach, but I ain't taking a deal. And I only give a little bit, I love her, I'm a master manifester. Only getting better. Channeling the message, baby, you can call me Esther. Source is my investor. Bless all my endeavors. When I do what I'm called to do, I rip myself of pressure. Pay attention to my body, and I love her. I give grace to my mind, cause she always knows. And I honor my emotions, and I keep them flowing. I'm connected to my spirit, and I know I'm chosen. Pay attention to my body, and I love her on it. I give grace to my mind, cause she always knows it. And I honor my emotions, and I keep them flowing. I'm connected to my spirit, and I know I'm chosen. If I want it, then I got it. If I want it, hey, I can feel it in my body. It'll come in perfect timing. I don't ever have to doubt it. Nah, if I want it, then I got it. Hey, I can feel it in my body. It'll come in perfect timing. I don't ever have to doubt it. I gotta slow it down because I be thinking a lot. Come back into my body just in case I forgot. The power flowing through me, not just in one spot. And now we realign, I'll take you back to the vibe. With intention, come embrace your vibe. Corporations trying to get me, I ain't playing nice. Independent, I'm repenting, give you pay the price. Call me Cuddy, how I'm coming like it's day and night. I'm the light, shining bright, here to clarify. Through the lies, they disguise, just to terrify. Switching sides all the time like a Gemini. I'm divine, it's design, babe, I'm qualified. Pay attention to my body and I love her. I give grace to my mind, cause she always knows. And I honor my emotions and I keep them flowing. I'm connected to my spirit and I know I'm chosen. Pay attention to my body and I love her. I give grace to my mind cause she always knows. And I honor my emotions and I keep them flowing. I'm connected to my spirit and I know I'm chosen. If I want it, then I got it. If I want it, hey, I can feel it in my body. It'll come in perfect timing. I don't ever have to doubt it. Nah, if I want it, then I got it. Hey, I can feel it in my body. It'll come in perfect timing. I don't ever have to doubt it.
Just as she said, it went, man, what did Peacher say? Connected to your spirit because I know I'm chosen. Because when you know you got it, you're not chasing, you attracting. Guys, I don't talk about something that don't happen to me or has not happened to me in my lifetime. I only talk to you guys about things that I know that are possible. Because the impossible doesn't exist. Y'all already know I'm a firm believer in that the impossible does not exist. The word says I'm possible. So if I'm possible, I have the ability to make, break, or have things grow and stay in my circle of genius and things like that. So you know where we about to be. We about to be on that Author's Corner that is sponsored by Distinguished Authors Guild, where your literary excellence is celebrated. The feature book of today is Start Late, Finish Rich by David Bach. Guys, I gotta bring my notes close because when I read this book, Start Late, Finish Rich, the first thing that came to my mind is it's the blueprint for anyone who thinks they missed the financial boat. Because this book proves that wealth, story isn't over, no matter how old you are. Age is not a determining factor of your ability to grow. So my 3 empowering takeaways were: it's never too late to shift your financial future. Because David Bach, he reminded me that your past doesn't dictate your possibilities. Whether you're 35, 45, or 65, you can build wealth by making intentional shifts now. Delay is not denial. It's just a preparation for your comeback. So we're going to step into who we are. The second takeaway was automation is your best friend. Make savings and investing non-negotiable. So this is what I just utilized this information for a mentee. So I advised the mentee that they want to save a substantial amount of money. So what I reminded them is that they want to have a substantial amount of money, and currently they do not have the discipline to save it. However, this is for a major purchase that is going to change the trajectory of their lives. So I gave them some simple tips. When you are not really good with saving money, you can only change one thing at a time. You can change your habit. The habit in which you use is how you make the change to grow. So the habit I advise them to do is this. There is interest-bearing accounts. So what he could do is have his paycheck go into an account that he does not have access to. No bank card, no ability to direct debit. Without having to go into a facility to collect your money. If your money, when your money deposits in your account, have it where that same day it's taken out and put into the interest-bearing account. Because the interest-bearing account, they cannot take money out of for a whole year. So to save for the bigger purchase, you set yourself up for success. So even though the habit of being disciplined enough to save the money isn't there yet, if what they want to do is important enough, they'll make the slight shift. And it's a slight shift. That slight shift will allow them to slowly, incrementally make changes and change the habit of spending everything they get into where they're saving their money to make babies. That's a small shift, small things, small tweaks. That's when you're empowering yourself to be successful. And then you'll celebrate that. When you celebrate that you did it, when he makes that big purchase in a year from now, how happy will he be? He did what he said he was going to do, which means he built integrity with himself. He has the thing that he was looking for, which shows that he can do it. He's validated himself as being someone who's trustworthy and can do anything. That is a confidence boost. So what happens the next time he wants to save something to make babies? He'll be easily to do it. At this point, if he's done it for a year and he's gone without whatever amount of money he puts into that account, that now becomes that he can do that again. Because the account is going to be acquiring interest. So that money in that bank account is making babies. That's a win. Think about it. If you put $5 in and you get $5.50 out, you only put $5 in. So even though you might have only made 50 cents, that's 50 cents that you did not earn. That is what you want money to do. So if you put $500 in and your $500 makes 50, that's $50 you didn't earn. You put $5,000 in there and your $5,000 makes you $500. That's $500 you didn't earn. $50,000 into that account. That $50,000 makes you $5,000. That's $5,000 you didn't earn. Do you see how one tweak in your everyday habit changes everything for you? Because once you do it once, you know it's possible to do it again. So then you win again. There are two things that are going to happen. You're going to be uncomfortable. Be prepared. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be like, I've never done this before. You're going to be scared because when you're uncomfortable comes fear. And then you want to go back to the comfortable, the things that you know. But on the other side of uncomfortable is the life you're looking for. Now, I just put a $5 and added some zeros with it. But it's all possible. Think about it, guys. It's possible. Like sometimes I'll utilize 401ks, for instance. We put our money in the 401ks and we get the employer match. We get the employer match. So most people put 3 to 6% of their income into it. So 3 to 6% of your income you don't see. It goes into the account. You spend all the rest of the money you get. All the other money you get, you spend it. You spend it as quick as you can spend it. That money's in the account. The employer has matched the money. However, for you to get the money out the account early before retirement, it costs you 40%. Costs you 10% for federal, 30% for state. That's 40% when you draw the money out. Okay. So let's say you put $100 in, your employer matched you. I'm going with easy numbers, guys. So 100, you put 100 in, your employer matches you at 50%. So they put $50 in. So you had 150 in there. I want y'all to check out what I'm saying. You pay 40% interest on the 150. So how much money do you get back? I'm going to do the easy math. You only get $90 back. I want you guys to hear me. You put $100 in. Your company matched you with your 50. That's 150 you have in. You decide that you want to take your money out of 401k because you needed to buy A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You have to pay 40% interest on that money. So 40% of $150 is $60 interest, which means you only get $90 back. You just lost $10. So sometimes when we're looking at things, you have to look at things from grander scales. If you're looking to grow, this is information you need to have. You need to have understanding about your finances. That's why you can't put a blind eye to them. You have to say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start today. Today, I'm going to make a plan. One thing at a time. I always advise or remind everyone who's doing anything to start with just one. Don't try to take over the whole world in one day. It overwhelms you and discourages you. You don't want to be overwhelmed and you don't want to be discouraged. Because if you're overwhelmed and discouraged, you won't find success. You'll have another reason to say, hey, I'm not doing this because last time I did, it did not work out. So you're validating your fears when you take on too much. We're looking for success. And the only way to find success is to start slow. Start moving one thing at a time. So if you're looking at your bank statement and you're saying, okay, I have my net worth, which is what we talked about being clear in the first segment. My net worth is my liabilities over what my assets are. So if my assets are cash and my liabilities are the credit cards. So if I have a credit card debt of $9,000 and I only get $3,000 a month in, my net worth is now negative $6,000. And you're asking yourself, what can you do next to make it where your net worth starts going up and your liabilities go down? You put yourself on a payment plan, you start paying off your credit card debt, and you say, well, okay, I'm not going to utilize this credit card for anything except emergencies that I'm going to pay off at the end of the month. The one thing you're changing is your discipline. So everything that I just said, there's only one thing you're going to work on, your discipline. So instead of the bank statement, the money I got to come in, I got to do this, I got to do this, your discipline. When you pay your credit card bill, you're going to give them $20 more. If you have two, so we're only going to work with one credit card. We're not going to make it complex. We're going to make it simple. Every month, you give them $20 more for 6 months. Then the next month, you give them $30 more. Then the next month, you give them $40 more. Until your credit card balance is at zero. What you're doing is you're showing up for you. You're showing yourself you can do it. You're setting yourself up for success. You feel better because when your credit card balance is at zero and that bill comes in the mail and now they're trying to give you more money. They're trying to increase your credit value because they're like, yeah, you paid us off. Your credit score is now in the 7s and in the 8s because you've reduced your liability and you brought up your net worth. You've shown that you are credit, that you have integrity. You pay your credit. They're going to throw things your way. But because you become disciplined, so after you get through a discipline, the next thing is to figure out how the money that you are no longer giving the credit card company. So if you were giving them $200 a month to pay off your credit card, what are you going to utilize that $200 for to now make babies? So your second thing that you're going to do is you're going to research. So thing one was your discipline. You've already established that you're disciplined once your credit card is paid off. So the second thing is you're going to start researching and talking to institutions about an interest-bearing account that starts paying you money as opposed to you paying a credit card interest. So the $200 that you were now spending for the credit card, you now put that $200 in an interest-bearing account. CDs, high interest savings accounts. So every month you put $200 in there. So you put the $200 in there and let's say that it gives you 10% interest. We'll use the easy numbers. $200, 10% interest, you're going to get $2. Sorry, you get $20. Then you have $220. Then usually these accounts are over a period of a year to 5 years where you can't touch the money and it's doing compound interest the whole time. So by the time you get the $200 out, by the time you're at the year, your $200 has made you $350. But you're gonna keep putting that $200 in there every month. So you went from having $200 in there to $400, but each month is having interest. $200 gets $220. $400 gives you $140 plus $200. Now you're at $680. So instead of you paying on interest on a credit card, you are now getting interest on your money. So by the time the year comes around, you'll be at the amount of money, you'll be closer to the amount of money that you had on your credit card. But you will get that in interest. And when you pull that money out of your bank account, you're not paying taxes on it because it's already tax dollars. See, that's the difference in when you have knowledgeability. So the second thing you worked on was researching. So you already were disciplined with the $200. You started researching. And now you've made more money. Now you're going to get so used to doing this that when you get $6,000 in that account, now you're gonna say, you want a different type of interest. You want your interest rates to be at 15 to 20%. So then you're gonna ask other questions to find out about other instruments that your money can build money. This is how you build wealth, guys. One habit, one moment at a time. I'm going to be talking about this more in my event. What event? From the author of Forged in Fire, From Ashes to Empowerment, Rachel L. Gary presents part 2 of the epic collection, #Poverty to Six Figures. Join us for the release party in Chicago on June 15th. Enjoy a signed copy, champagne toast, live entertainment, and much more. Don't miss this celebration of transformation. Get your tickets today at sayimpossible.com. That is sayimpossible.com. See you there. Are you ready? Guys, make sure you guys in the room. These little pieces of information I'm giving right now is only a taste of what's going to be in that room. Because in that room, I'm going to be talking about the information that it is in #Poverty to Six Figures with a roadmap. If you guys were here for the first part of the show, where I was saying that I was up at 12:30 this morning, creating that roadmap, making sure that it was detailed. I said, okay, I'm giving information. Can we do, step by step? I don't want you to sell yourself short. You can do anything you set your mind to. It's not about taking large steps. It's about taking incremental steps, but measured steps. You're going to learn along the way. And as you learn along the way, you're going to utilize that information to make the better decision for your growth. So building, sometimes it pays in impact and in income, because you don't need permission to start monetizing your strengths. All you need is you to say yes to you. Take a small incremental step and start moving towards the greatness that lies in the CEO. What? Who's the CEO? You. If you are not getting all this information in your circle, it's okay. Because you only know what you know until you learn something more. So sometimes that means you have to step out of your circle. So if the information I'm talking about right now is new to you, or you don't have a complete understanding of what I'm discussing, and I just said that I'm doing an event. The event is $37.50. $37.50. 1 cup of coffee for 10 days costs more than that event. In the book itself, because with the event, you get the book. And the book is giving you detailed step-by-step on my shifts, one step at a time, guys. One step. I am telling you guys from a place of knowledge, of wisdom. Those 1 steps at a time changed my life. The books, the podcasts, the change in my circle. I did all of those incrementally. The first thing I did was I started getting some positive information. The second thing I did is started utilizing that positive information on an everyday basis. I started going to meetups. I started going to clubs. I started trying to understand more about finance. But the first thing was getting to tell myself I could do it. and being okay that I would fail. It's okay to fail. We're going to fall forward. We're going to be like the Weebles and boom, stand right back up and keep moving. But I did everything one step at a time. But as I moved up and started becoming more confident, having more integrity, showing up for myself more often, I could make 5 steps at a time. Because I knew that I was going to have integrity. I knew I was going to do what I said I was going to do. I knew that I was going to learn information. I knew that whatever that information was, I was going to act on it. So I could wrap those 3 steps into one. So when I got the information, I would immediately, okay, read through it. How do I work it? Get the information, start running. I didn't have to build myself up to do that because I had already taken those small steps in the beginning. So as you take those small steps towards the best version of you, you're able to now start growing faster. Because once you are in motion, just like I was talking about that compound interest of 200 to 220, that 400 to 460, it continues on. But you have to be in motion. You have to be in action. You can get all the information you want. You can get all the inspiration you want. If you don't use the motivation that you have and start moving in action, you'll be at the same place tomorrow. And maybe the next day. But that one day that you say yes to you, it makes those changes so much faster. Because once you're open, once your mind is open, and you're like, I'm ready. I'm going to take this information today and do something with it. Don't expect to make the jump from $5 to $100. The jump can go from $5 to $20, or $5 to $10, or $5 to $6. Incremental changes bring forth incremental results until they become monumental results. But the only one who can make the first step is you. Say yes to you. Yes to the positivity in you. Yes to the success story in you. Yes to the person that's deep down inside you. Yes, 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 yes. You can do it. Because when you build you a circle, your conversations goes from what happened last night to I'm building a legacy. I'm going to the rental to I just bought me a property. I bought me a house. To I'm buying a house to I just bought me a multi-unit building. To I bought me a multi-unit building to I bought me a mixed-use complex. Or if you go another way, if we're having a conversation about, hey, can we put our money together and because we're going to go to Cancun? We're going to set up for a trip to Belize. We're going on 3 trips a year across the globe. We're going on a 60-day cruise. You're going that I'm going to take off a year and cruise around the world. Those are circle shifts. Those are mindset shifts. All of it is possible the second that you get into rooms with people who have done them. People that cruise all year. My wife and I, we met a couple on our cruise that had, who is cruising for the rest of their lives. I told my wife that day, I want to cruise for the rest of my life. She laughed at me. She was laughing. She's like, you want to cruise for the rest of your life? I said, I want to cruise for the rest of my life. I said, I want a vacation. And I didn't mean vacation as in, I meant that I liked the concept. Once the couple told me how much they spent and they gave me all the what to, what for, all that it was included, I was like, I did this and this and this and this. I get to get off the ship. Okay, I can come home for the holidays, hang out with the kids. Then I get back on the ship. Okay, I get to go to all the places around the world that I want to go. Do all my bucket list stuff and get the ship. Okay, that's what I want to do. So that was like a 10-year ago, probably like a 11-year ago conversation. Then we were having, so last year, we were looking up the Royal Caribbean cruise around the world. That's 275 days. I told her, okay, let's take the cruise. The mind shift was that the gentleman had a conversation with me. Now, I'm not trying to be like the Joneses, guys. This is not be like the Joneses. It let me know that something that I had never heard of was possible. That's a change of circles. My friends, we talking about Belize, Dubai. We talking about going to Belize, Dubai. Then I said I'm going to Petra. I'm going to Egypt. I actually want to go on Billy Carson's version of Egypt because he actually gets access to certain parts of the pyramid. So I looked at his thing is $11,000. What? That's 11 grand. Okay, we going to Egypt. So then he's going to Machu Picchu. I was like, okay, how much is that? So that's 16 grand. Okay, we're going to Machu Picchu. So those trips are paid for, guys. So I'm saying that when you know things are possible and you go into circles of other things that are possible, the possibilities are different. They become different with a mind shift. I didn't leave my friends behind. My friends, I still talk to my friends. We still talk about stuff. But I don't spend a lot of time talking about stuff. I want y'all to hear that. I don't spend a lot of time talking about stuff. Just any ordinary things. I was watching Morning Jump Off the other day. She jumped on. Hi, hey, Nick Nack. I was just about to talk about you. So, Nick Nack was on, and her name is Nick Irv on Facebook. So she was having a conversation about some of her reels, and I like the slapstick humor of the reel. So I'm watching the reel for a different purpose than some people are watching it. And I just made just a little comment. I said, you keep running up that bag. Because some people are having conversations about negative things. But when you getting 20,000 views and you getting 50,000 likes, guys, if you're looking at those little Facebook checks that you got, if you have a professional account and you getting dollars for a couple of likes, how much dollars you think she getting for doing a video she likes to do? Doing something she likes to do. Adding a set of humor to what she likes to do. What you watching it for ain't none of her daggone business. Because when she collecting that cha-ching ching, because she's working in her circle of genius. They're funny. They're quick videos that be about everyday life. And some are funny. Some make you think. Now, if that is what she loves to do, I guarantee you two things. That when she collected that check, she is not stressing about it. She gonna make more videos off of it. And then at the end of the day, she gonna say, y'all keep on talking over there with your 7 views, your 100 views, and getting your $1.25 from Facebook. That's not, she not talking bad. I'm not talking bad about anybody getting $1.25 because that's still $1.25 that you're doing something that you love to do and you getting paid for. But it's different when you're getting $1,000 checks, $100 checks for doing what you love to do. So you having fun and you still getting paid. What? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Nick Nack. Not at all. No, I'm not mad at Nick Nack. I'm gonna tell Nick Nack again. Keep on doing them videos, girl. Her videos going viral often. Not just one video, not just two videos. Millions of views. So I just utilized, what I'm saying is that that's the circle of conversation. She can be in a circle of conversation with people who are naysaying what she's doing. Or she gets into a circle. Let's say that Nick Nack goes to a convention where people are talking about how to monetize this on a grander scale. So let's say Nick Nack starts having conversations with every day. I'm not saying leave your friends behind. I'm saying, you know, she's not talking to them every day about them just saying, girl, them videos is this, and this. Or I'd love to see you doing that in the videos. To that person was like, that's an interesting way that you are bringing that humanized point home. Would you like to do that for one of our commercials? Because when she gets into that room, her thought process is going to change. So she's going to do the same humor that she has for these videos, but she's going to add a product into one. She has that product into one. Now she's being sponsored. So those are the difference in the same thing that she loves to do. That's her skill. It being monetized differently because she's going from this circle to a networking circle over here that is talking about how to monetize sponsorship and gather not a coin, but a house, a car. Do you know how many people get sponsorships and the place they live in was bought by a sponsor? From those same videos that she does really well. I'm gonna tell you, the editing on these videos be so funny to me. It was one where she like she fell in the toilet. I laughed at this video for like a week. And it was like, I think the video was less than 30 seconds. But it was talking about, a boyfriend. She doesn't say a word in these videos, guys. Not one word. But the point is across. So if she takes that same skill set and brings in some sponsorships or gets with people who are sponsoring those type of things, man, what they doing? So that's what I'm talking about at the end of the day. That is how you grow. You grow from gaining knowledge, getting in circles, and still hanging out with your friends, having those conversations, but you're having those conversations less and less and less. Because those conversations are meant to keep you where you are. When the conversations when you're networking are meant to bring you up. Growth is in where you are and who you're working with. Like I utilize myself. I have friends that hang out all the time. And I have friends that go to plays and go to the opera. I have friends that own yachts, not friends that rent yachts. So when I call my friend and say, hey, we want to get on the yacht, I'm calling him to get on his yacht. Or or get on my own yacht. My family has a yacht. What I'm saying, guys, is that I could talk over here about the yacht, or I can get on the yacht. And this is not, I am never bragging. This is not me bragging. This is me just reminding you of how you can utilize your circle in a way that can move you forward or hold you stagnant. You have the opportunity to utilize that circle in that way. Right now, I walk into the radio station today. I utilize myself, for instance. Right now, I got on shorts and flip-flops. I cannot wait till the summer hits so I can put on my shorts and my flip-flops. Somebody asked me, you don't act like you have no money. Okay. I didn't know there was an act involved with money. I didn't know money had a script. That's what I told him. I didn't know money had a script. But it says now we know money got a script. Okay. I am not worried about what other people are thinking. I am comfortable. I'm going to get in my car, drive my hour and a half back to my house, and I'm going to be very comfortable on that hour and a half ride when it's 92 degrees in Chicago. Humidity is up here. Right now, I'm sweating on air right now with air on in here. You have to make sure that at the end of the day, you are moving in the circles that are for your growth. Because I'm going to tell you, if I go right now and talk to one of my friends who partners with Stan's Mansion down there on Kedzie. For people who know about Stan's Mansion, one of my friends is a partner. So I have a conversation with him. I'm going to guarantee you right now, he got on flip-flops and a t-shirt. Because there's no script for being you. There's no script because you're not trying to be anybody else, nor are you trying to impress anybody else. But this is when you're clear and you're empowered, you can make those choices. So where is money at? Money is in you. Money is in your actions. Money is how you show up for you. Money is in the things you see, the places you go, and the people you socialize with. If you're looking to be in a room with people who are going to be looking to grow, hashtag poverty to six figures. I guarantee you, no one's coming in that room thinking that I'm thinking that I'm going to bring you anything else but information that's going to help you find success. Because that's all I talk about on Wake Up CEO. That's all I talk about when I'm in my car with a friend. That's all I talk about when I'm at lunch with my wife. That's all I talk about when I talk to my kids on the phone. That's all I'm about. So when anyone talks to me, they're not thinking that event is going to be a party where we're going to be drinking, we're going to be hanging out, that we're going to be playing loud music. That's all we're going to be doing. Everybody knows absolutely not. In that room, there will be Shantavia Gill from Higher Level. There will be Yolanda Jeffries, owner and managing broker of Lux Life Realty, Lux Life Construction, BWBC Inc. There will be Karen Olinsky in that room, team lead of who helps with rehabilitation loans, grants, helps you find the money to let you know where you are and how you can grow your income to be able to get into your dream house, your dream project with a budget that pays for the renovations. Guys, when I'm having conversations, that I didn't call on people that I didn't know. These are people in my circle. So when I was having a conversation with Shay, I asked her, she does holistic wellness. I'm looking to get fitter. I don't take conventional drugs. I don't take things from hospitals. So I'm very strategic about the things that I put in my body. So I was asking questions about wellness because she's a BSN. She's been in the health field for 15 years. So I asked her questions because I was looking to get healthier and grow, because with no health, there's no wealth. When I was looking to buy my buildings, my mixed-use building, I called Yolanda Jeffries and we had a conversation because I wanted to be able to buy mixed-use property and have an understanding about how do I rent out the bottom spaces? Can I utilize it for this, and the third, and all of those different pieces of information. We were talking about a development out in Crete. So in Crete, there was 100 acres of land that we were having a conversation. She was having a conversation about doing some development out there. Karen Olinsky, when I was looking to buy my 2 buildings and do a complete gut rehab on a 3-flat building, I had some phone conversations with Karen Olinsky. Guys, these are circles of networking. That's how you network. These are people. Dr. Carolyn Stevens, that's my mentor. When I'm having conversations about my book launch, the things that I want to put out, how my content needs to look, how I want to position myself, being an expert, all of those things. When I have those conversations, that's that circle of networking. So when I said, okay, when I come to Atlanta, I want to sit down. I saw Miss Carolyn Stevens when I was in Atlanta on tour for my book, Forest and Fire. Guys, you want to change your circumstance, you must change your thoughts. You must know it's possible. Guys, I was the person in that book who was gangbanging on 69th and Claremont. That's me. That person who learned that gangbanging on 69th and Claremont was not going to it was not going to help me grow. I fought through the things, the mindset, the limiting beliefs, the thoughts that I wasn't good enough, the thought that this is all it was in these books. Because I had to burn the bridge of the past to come out on the other side. That's the only way you do it. Everything that I've gone through makes me who I am today, but it makes you wiser as well. So grow. So let's jump into, my favorite part of the show. The Leadership 3-point play that's powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. Play 1, audit your financial habits. Track what you do, not what you wish you did. Patterns are data. Own them, then shift them. Play 2, make earning a skill, not a successor. Learn high income skills. Use your current role to sharpen them. Self-education unlocks financial elevation. Play 3, live like the wealthy before you're wealthy. Practice decision making, delayed gratification, and money mindfulness. Be the CEO your future bank account needs now. That was brought to you by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. So, guys, I love when we had these conversations on Wake Up CEO. It gives me opportunity to talk to great people about great things. I thank everybody who locks in on Facebook and YouTube and drops information in the chat. Your energy is infectious. It always allows me to feel energetic and feel like I am having a conversation with CEOs. Everybody who listens live, I appreciate you guys for checking in with me every single Wednesday right here on my radio, Chicago. Support District Radio, because we already know it is more than radio. So, with all that being said, I want to make sure that you guys do me 2 favors over the next 3 days. Favor 1, go ahead, check out the link that's in the chat. If you guys are listening online, go to www.sayiampossible.com and click the link that's at the very top of the page that allows you to see the event. Look at the information that is in the event and see if it aligns with the future you. Because to get to the future you need information in the present, because everything that you are is established by the person that you were. 2, if you can't join the event from some odd reason and you're not in the Chicagoland area, You can stay at www.sayiampossible.com and get you a book. If you get your book before the next 2 days, you get a bundle pack. That bundle pack includes Forest and Fire, hashtag Poverty to Six Figures, and my goal journal, making the habits to achieve your goals. At the end of the day, guys, success is one click away. And next week, come on in and join me. I'm supposed to have a couple of special guests. So I want you guys to lock in on Wake Up CEO Wednesdays from 3 to 5 right here on my radio, Chicago. And my final thoughts for today. CEO, we talk about how to find money. But here's the real truth. You aren't chasing money. You're chasing the person that it needs to become, who you need to become to find it. If you want to shift your income, start by shifting your identity. Money follows structure, it follows strategy, and most of all, it follows belief. So the question is, are you ready to believe bigger, show up better, and own the version of you that's already wealthy? The greatest wealth you'll ever build is the belief that you deserve more. And CEOs, I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week right here at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on my radio Chicago on Wake Up CEO.
My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. Inevitable.
I'm gonna win. My success is inevitable. I will 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 win. My success is inevitable. I want you guys to say it. I'm going to win. My success is inevitable. Come on, get to it.
My success is inevitable. I will win. My success is inevitable.
Finish line, happy to win. I said, I know it's a battle within. For success, no, I have to ascend. Recharge, then I tap it again. Hit the finish line, happy to win. I said, I know it's a battle within. For success, no, I have to ascend. Recharge, then I tap it again. Hit the finish line, happy to win.
My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. Is inevitable. My success is inevitable.
Success is inevitable.
Me go.